great. As usual, we can get we comrades them, but as I just say, we did far off from starting off the program, so I really not get onto them. So I'll carry the day for today. But as time they go on, we will bring the other panelists then, and we will go full force. Today's topic, of course, one can talk about the president in manifesto and the one way he don't put it as a flagship. Because within the manifesto, he put 5 pillars. And the first one, I feed the nation.
Wait, sound level.
Okay, all right.
Mercy TV, broadcasting live from our studios in Freetown. Our broadcast stretches across the Mano River Union and surrounding areas with unique quality and uplifting programs of hope, faith and love. Our strong emphasis are on home content, educational and inspirational dramas and more. We broadcast the gospel with signs and wonders, reflecting the will of God daily. Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business. Mercy TV, broadcasting live from our studios in Freetown. Our broadcast stretches across the Mano River Union and surrounding areas with unique quality and uplifting programs of hope, faith and love. Our strong emphasis are on home content, educational and inspirational dramas and more. We broadcast the gospel with signs and wonders, reflecting the will of God daily. Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business is already a success.
Yeah, family, I do. Of course, today is Wednesday in the month of October, and we don't have a small stopover sometime. We will not be in the canto now. But actually, not to be any major thing, we had technical problems then. This na Mercy TV with Civic Hour with me where they moderate me na Mr. Elvis Sama, and I also been can get me panelists them, but today of course I don't get them at all. Now some improvement now we don't do as a technical place definitely, and that I for tell you to be frank with you now. So today I come up with a topic when feed the nation. Feed the nation, of course, when I know saying one of the flagship of Mr. President during this in second term, when they are among the 5 pillars. So on one or two of the other pillars then we there. But in fact the major one is this feed the nation, and we get for all people there for no say it's very, very important. So within a short time I will come back to Una. Please take it.
Mercy TV, broadcasting live from our studios in Freetown. Our broadcast stretches across the Mano River Union and surrounding areas with unique quality and uplifting programs of hope, faith and love. Our strong emphasis are on home content, educational and inspirational dramas and more. We broadcast the gospel with signs and wonders, reflecting the will of God daily. Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business is already a success.
Yeah, welcome back. And as I tell you, the topic today, of course, feed the nation. But normally, before I can always start, I can bring in some current affairs and we have what talk week in the past around the country. Very quite recently, we find out say the All People's Congress been get a short meeting where the former flag bearer or the present flag bearer, because in time of office not yet, Mr. Samura been echoed few things then, where they talk about winning an election, and then also then get one or two things the way the All People's Congress want bring forward as a means for dialogue with government. We get the peace commission where itself they are deciding and that way na in the engineer whatever. Then we get the international community we full of the ECOWAS, the African Union and the Commonwealth. Normally I can always ask people then what is it there to negotiate about? Normally as we can always say you get something where you go negotiate about really. If there is something wrong now you negotiate so that we will come to get a common ground and we'll also begin to talk to ourselves as human beings as well as brothers and sisters of the one country where we get. Yeah, but always I can say there is one thing where I can want call Mr. Former flag bearer of the APC, Mr. or Dr. Samura Kamara. That is the persistence in which he always say the elections, they rig them or the elections they take them away from him. I think it's hard time for make politics and something where you go overstate something where certain thing that the way people they go want to say what do you get for do? If you cannot do anything then just shove it aside. Because we see an example from the late Solomon Berewa, where whatever happens now later after President Nkrumah don't take in power for a long time, he begin to explain what thing go wrong. So some of them things there are times you take it as it is, because me not there for force for judge anything, but just they say the overstatement of the rig the election not yield anything, it go then for boomerang against you self where they talk now. Because you will show something where they show, but if you are not in the position for show anything, then I think just forget about it and forge ahead. Give a day. So as I said, we topic today, of course, now feed the nation. We now the 5 pillar where Mr. President be don set as a goal where he then say manifesto. A manifesto na a roadmap where somebody can write. He say that this I want to do at this particular time. So in this manifesto where Mr. President will make, the first one is say feed the nation. The other one they win a human capital development. The other one they win a youth, of course, empowerment scheme. The other one they win a revamping the the public sector or public service. And then the last one win a technological development and so on and so forth. But the one way they are the forefront, where everybody cries that na food on the table, where na feed the nation. Now, in feeding the nation, you always get to ask yourself, what do you take to feed the nation? First of all, you look at a plate of rice. Waiting there inside that plate of rice. The rice itself the way na cereal, way na carbohydrate. Then sometimes you get the other ingredients in the salt, you get yabas, you get any sort of animal, now it can be fish or the other animal with it. So all of that now we call a plate of rice. So if you say you feed the nation, the question arises, what are the things then, that the ingredients that we're going to make we feed the nation? But nobody not get for go home, Mr. President say, I not eat today. It's like I can always ask people then, if you then at your village, the paramount chief day na the other town, you not eat, you not get for go tell and say paramount chief I not eat today. Because the ground the way God make for we all, the tool then the way they for buy, and then they know how they. So now business for make you really fend for yourself. You bring it to your pikin, and now your pikin they can ask you say Papa will not eat today. But waiting the civilian or sorry the citizens they can ask is that we know it is the enabling environment government you don't provide them. What you can call enabling environment. That is the thing that we go make me I go na bush I do farming. Government don't provide them. For example, road network. Then also, sometimes we can talk about the financial institutions, whether they will be able to get aid from them or we get investment from other people that who can help you for do it, because farming on the primitive manner, primitive way, means they use the hoe, the shovel, the diggers. However you do them, whatever you angry work, the farm not go big. But when we say feed the nation, it means we are not talking about providing food in abundance. So that is what it's about, feed the nation. And a holistic something that it take the whole human activity in agriculture. So I always be don't tell when I say agriculture get two branches. One where they main animal, then the other one where they work inside the ground for grow something. So if the president say feed the nation, that means we get for bring we serve to the different groups. Then where we get for main animals, and even inside the animal kingdom, you get them where the men fall, forget the fall in body, and then the egg. You get them where the men hog or we can call them pig. You get them where the men goat, then where the sheep, and then where cow. You also get it now where they make fish pond. So you see, that aspect now one whole industry. And anyone where you, so one of the reasons where we talk about feed the nation is for enlarge we work where they do. Not to forget 30 cow no more. You say I get something. You need forget like 300 cow there. You need forget 500 goat. You need forget 1 or 2,000 chicken. You need forget something like 300 hog. You need forget a very big fish pond. Then you are talking. Wait till me. Because the population of Sierra Leone, it don't come up from 2,500,000 to 8 million almost now. Which means the food production for expand. If we not expand them, then we will always claim and blame government. We will claim say government not they do this, and we will blame government. In which means actually government not doing business. Somebody will argue, say, why are they say government not doing business? Because government is me and you. Now the arrangement will don't give certain people there for just headway. Say the thing that we go make rest or the other ingredients and come to we. Now a concerted effort, not a one-man business. Nobody, the one thing where I always can say, go able to go give somebody, let's say then go give you 50 million and say go lay farm. You not to be a farmer. You go eat that money there or you go mess them around and then nothing no go happen. Now a whole industry, now a learning process. So even with waiting Mr. President don't say feed the nation, it means now we get for now know how we go, it's where we will start. But first of all, I want to start for talk about the government in branch where actually in care of that group, the way they say the Ministry of Agriculture. Waiting will they expect from them? Waiting the this particular institution which I they talk so, they expect from them, and waiting me they expect from them. Me not to agriculturist, therefore I not will give the crop a name and how it will grow from the ground, but I will tell you how you go, what you go do for make the crop able grow or you able satisfy the word feed the nation. It is all about 3 different things the way we need for do in this particular word where they now feed the nation. You see I'm written in under the screen there. Feed the nation. 3 things that then I will for do. 1, now the administrative part of the agricultural administration. I've been talking of that some time ago. Now, because if you don't know, you're not going to be able to make decisions on something. Now, when we say administration or management, now almost the same word, synonymous sort of. They talk about direction, how to direct something. Management or administration, they talk about organization, how to organize something. you organize, you direct. How also for control? Control no mean say for whole steering, no. For putting them in order, way then they do something. Because when we talk about control in the motor car, now the gear, the steering, the horn, and other things and way now in the control. If you touch this, now this will happen. Then thing then I will call the control processes there. So in management, you get for put control processes there, where we able make the thing they work. The other part of administration, now in motivation. You do something where go ginger somebody up for do. You get a reward, because you're not going to do anything, they get. If you put a workman in a place, you forget them leisure, you also give them financial help where you go able live as a human being. So that is another aspect of administration. The other aspect of administration is monitoring. That is where you get for planting them. Where you don't plant, I don't say plant to plan. Where you plant something, say that this are they do. Whatever you want to do, you for planner. Where you plan them, then what thing will happen? You also get for evaluate. So monitoring and evaluation. What we say monitoring, the way you check things the way you don't plan. You know go check something where you don't plan, because you know go sabi. You know go take a schoolboy for go monitor a police officer. You don't know waiting a police business. So waiting that you don't set in order, now you dey monitor. Now what we say evaluation, that now you dey check waiting they happen now, that performance, waiting they happen, and waiting you don't plan, whether it dey work accordingly. This is how the agricultural sector get for be. Now let's put it into agriculture. First of all, we say agricultural administration. Waiting we expect the Ministry of Agriculture for do. To me, because of everybody not to the same head you get, sometimes certain institution then can want to make the person when at the head, they call all the other members, then can sit down, everybody in a symposium sort of. You sit down there, you talk, everybody they talk, some people then they write. You come out with a document. That's not the first side of administration. You come out with a pamphlet, you come out with a book, you come out with a manual, anyone no more now. Once you don't write, that manual they show the roadmap of the trajectories. People they can always say trajectory. Waiting for do. Now some of we look at them in the form, because if you not plan, you go difficult for make you plan work at tomorrow. So to me, I believe say the Ministry of Agriculture, I find out say that they meet severally, because you get for move from waiting you sabi, then you go to waiting you not sabi. And therefore, waiting the ministry being get, waiting make agriculture no better than the country. You ask that question. When I solve that problem, when I write that one, and then when I say how we go make agriculture better, waiting at the roadmap for make agriculture improve. That question they when I don't ask, when I do some research, when I come up with a pamphlet, a manual, a book. That book then in the direction. So the management that they organize, the word organize, direct, motivate, control. Now from there it start. If we call and the administrative, technical, and then the economic point of agriculture, then you are doing something. So I don't tell when I say now three things involved. I say administration, technical, and economic agriculture. Administrative agriculture, technical agriculture, and economic agriculture, or if you want marketing agriculture. Now then three things that we entail in this feed the nation. Administration I just don't talk about. That is I believe say the Ministry of Agriculture for Sudan. All man, everybody get brain. They say 4 heads, 10 heads are better than one. By the time where people they don't talk, they make a write-up, they'll come out with a book where they should say, this government say feed the nation, what you get for do. So now the book go there where they talk about the animal husbandry, the book will talk about the plant husbandry. And inside even the plant husbandry, you get cereal crops. Then when 1 year, no more. As you plant 1 year or 6 months, you don't get that. You can get from there. You able to get cereal crops. Then when rice, funde, sorghum, corn, Benny. Then that group there, granite, and then that group ginger. And then that group there. So we see how we were able to do them. You look at the fruits. Then mango, avocado, coconut, all of them are then, the orange and so on. Grape, lemon, Then we are then that other group there. Then you get also suckers, then like sugarcane, and then pineapple, You talk of that. Then you also, of course, we're gonna banana and then, of course, banana, because plantain, okay, so banana. So then you come to talk about tubers. Then are the one they're working past the root and they grow. Cassava, yam, potato, how you call it? Is it carrot or what? These are the things that you get for talk about. Then you come to talk about tree crops. The tree crops, most of them, in fact, they we can call cash crops. Some of them, not to think, they put in a pot we cook. Like cocoa, coffee, cashew, and maybe cassava and others. So all of them things, then a whole book where they go long way, where the Ministry of Agriculture get for look at. And when you look at the different crops, your business now are for able to know which part of the country where these crops they grow. Let we take all the 16 districts. Each one for be known for a particular type of crop. Certain area they will certain thing they grow. Some area they grow better. Like cashew, they grow very well in Port Loko, Cambia, and Bombali district than any other side. They grow other side, but they more they grow because they spread, they go high up. Cocoa and coffee, then they grow in Kenema, Kairan, Connaught area there because the soil is deep and it can always get water throughout the year. You see, so all of them things they look at, because I remember sometime in the 1970s, then where we will bring sugar cane, they be even select southern part of Kairan, where Shakasivi, I think because of the distance from here to Kairan, it bring an Amagbas. So then they'll go for look at one country, like if Namagbas area and sugar cane, you take corn, like cotton for corn and other things. That is how me believe say the Ministry of Agriculture for planner. That is the administrative part of it. Then the second part is technical agriculture. Then they may not granted in Abu able to describe it. The technical part of agriculture is they look at the soil, the ground, Because I tell you, not to, some granite they plant and grow the way you plant the other side, they grow the other side the way they plant, they grow they be nothing though. So you have to look at what type of soil this type of plant they grow. Then you look at the topography, how high, how low the land, or whether a flat land, that kind of thing they are. Then you also look at something that it's called leaching, how the soil, the way water can handle, how the model it go down, Then you go look at the type of mineral salt where they inside the soil. So that is all the combination. Then in the same technical part, you look at improved varieties, how they improve on certain crops there. How you were able to. Then you come to disease and pest control. Because anything where you see you plant add something the way the hamburger. So with all the things the way they talk, these are the technical areas and where the agricultural ministry for look at. You can go to them where they can call farm managers and extension service officers. Then get them people there always there. It is not all about rice. It's about the combination of all of them things and they inside feed the nation. Then we also talk about the last part when the economic part of agriculture. Because all of them where I don't talk now doing. But what you don't do, you get for reward yourself. At the time of harvest, what happens? When you harvest any crop, one thing we very important wey you for know is that the processing, how you dey process am. One, some crop dem the way you pull am pass you dry am. If you not dry it don you no go wan see am sef. Na in a processing, drying, or boiling, or filtering, or you even what I go say, grind am, you know, some of them. So these are the processing methods. Some day you ferment am, you know. So or some day you put am in a very cool place, like banana and everything they wey can ripe. If you put them inside fridge, you know it ripe quick. So all them things that una can see and say, these are the reasons. Some banana wey una can see now, them banana industries and where they hang and then put that nylon or plastic, white plastic banana. These are all technical things and way you get for know. But in the processing aspect, why would they bring them under the economic part of it? Because when you dey process, you dey look at the international qualities, standards where other country. If you dey produce rice here, you want sell rice other side, must know say the standard way Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Brazil and China they do, na the same standard you get, like measurement. So when you come to the agricultural economics, you talk about measuring equipment also. So when you come up from processing, you go to the measuring equipment. How you they measure them? This country will not get all them things them. In certain countries, they like the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, then fish, then oil, then pepper, then jakato, then salt, then sugar. They all get kilo system. Where people they can say price control. You not go do price control where you don't know what's in a price control. The only price we control in this country now na petrol, because they get a measuring equipment already. We in a liter. So if all them where I don't call when they put them per liter, then the liter price go there. That is what you call price control. But somebody they buy sardine from Kuwait or Morocco, where they don't price and know they can't within price already the profit the person self they make. You can't say they control. You can't control that one because you don't know what it make in cost. You know, so all of them things there. So in the aspect of economic agriculture, I don't talk about processing. I don't talk about also standards. Now I talk about I don't talk also about the measuring equipment. Some people they're weak in measurement. Even they tailor they for show you clothes or some man they will sew one clothes, they fit you, they show the other not fit you because they're weak in measurement. Other measurement will take proof. They don't know care. So these are all learning processes there, you know. Then you will talk of agricultural marketing. We'll talk about storage. When I see the Toma bomb, what thing they happen the rice production there, but you need to forget a very big store. And even when you get a very big store, who say they keep the rest, not to the ground, no. You know. Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, me family there. I don't forget. Say I get a phone call here. Okay, so even with the Toma bomb, you they get storage problem now. That is why you see say. Then bring a lot of machine, trailer them for also help them. They get for big, very big stores. These are all the things that way. It's a combination of something where you say feed the nation, not a picking business. So with even certain crops, the party put them inside jute bag. When I'm not gonna know it's jute bag. Jute bag they look like then khaki clothes. Some day you know you put them inside nylon, some inside nylon, so you get for keep them in a cool place, so it's in a clean environment because it's the air not go meter. So all of them things then are a whole host of waiting agriculture feed the nation there about. If we want produce in large quantity, and if we want produce in large quantity, we also want exporter. You know. So the next one where I will talk about now, in the same vein of marketing. Is large scale production. You know they go begin make half thing almost small. I don't like BB farm where they put Tepulia, like 5 houses in Abdon, you say I don't make big farm. When you say you lay a big farm, you are talking about mileage. Well, you can say hectares. You know, if na house they build, they say acre or whatever. 50, 70, 200 acre, 1,000 acre, then you are talking. If you are not doing that one, then forget it. So, in the economy part of agriculture, large-scale production for produce largely. Because when we bring in a flour factory, believe me, the sorghum production, you will make like sorghum where you plant sorghum like from Songo to my 38. If you not plant sorghum big like that, what they bring the machine there for? The machine go turn 1, 2, 800. So what thing will happen? That is why we talk about large-scale production. So when you talk about large-scale production, then the next thing where you go to, now investment. What in the investment? That now would that then get money we want put hand on the agricultural business. You have to have that. Government therefore need for make some policies there, some law there against investment. What do you make? Because every land we get in this country now, people then sit down panel. Families then sit down panel. So it's not just they can't go through it and do like what happened in the Sama Lane. Wait, even up to today, some of we they frown at that. Because when you take people, the Sama Lane, what will happen? People they go plant a lot of oil palm, that palm tree. Boku the palm tree they over 10,000 tick up. Where then they produce and then they export and right now, if you go to Turkey, they sell the export in another country. But then the people that will be there, they just take them, they go build place for them, they left them. Now when you build some place to somebody, like Freetown, you freedom. Now Freetown, and then within you fence. You see? With people that way they live in the up country, they get their own cultural behavior, their way they say. You put them, you can't build those, you don't detach them from the culture. That is where I'm frowning at that institution up to this moment. So, you talk about large-scale production, you talk about investment. And investment go talk about bringing people that we sabi and we get money, we want to do the work. But there's one caveat I can always add. Sierra Leone, we always I don't know stereotype, maybe inferiority complex at times with man who don't believe you before. When somebody can for do agricultural investment, the people that way they get the land, policy for this thing that they enforce a priority for even work on the land. By so doing, we were able to bring with people then to the agricultural sector where they go learn from them. That should be our policy. We aim not to for make we give we land to somebody for do work. When you go to Ukraine, not to Liberia man they go do wheat farm in Ukraine. Now Ukrainians. When you go Germany, now Germans and they do the farm work. When you go England, the same thing. So it is good for us for make we say we say for be involved. Because when you involve the Sierra Leonean into the agricultural sector, he go able export. And when he export, he go able import. I always ask questions, say, which Mende man, Timini man, Limba man, Creole, Kono, Yaruka, Vai, whatever, tribe, local, way in Sierra Leone, we're able import 20 container of any new goods and where they come out overseas. Able importer 40 feet container. Then the passer die. So these are challenges to we. And these are the things that where the president don't can open way I say feed the nation. Feed the nation now go with their questions. You not ready? Because if you're not ready, you go keep crying and shouting all over the place and saying, hanging blame for Marabio in color. You say the man not the feed we. Have you been feeding yourself from 1980 today? We are always hungry. You look at Freetown today, organic chop there, no, you want to look for very good banana. You go walk at 3 miles before you see banana. So these are all indictment on we Sierra Leoneans. So that is why the word feed the nation actually don't fit we. And I always they say, may not be like the one way been happen in the days of Shaka Stevens. They come with their Honda power tiller for their swamp farming. They start very well. After 5 years, it flop. President Momo also been come with Green Revolution. Fine thing there, but the workman there be get their bow tie, white trousers and good shirt, and they inside he locks lock with air condition. Magbosi. If you go along this road from Gona, my 91, you will see Magbosi today. The area there, now they most of the hillocks then die. They land a flop. So we no wonder, and they will want whenever a president say that this I want to do, try for we time we order for do. Because I remember President Ahmed Tijan Kababin say at the time when they come on power, a compatriot Sierra Leoneans then go na bed not hungry. That not happen. In fact, waiting succeed was the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration (DDR) program. So these are the challenges that we will get for talk to company. Some of us will sit down at this free talk with the calls, with the this, with the argue, with the vex. But in fact, now just blame with the fail for hang and palm or hang and palm government. But the board that we on court today to feed the nation, not to government in business. Government they provide the enabling environment. That is make road, bring investors. But we, now you now defend the investor, make them go to your area and plant together. Or you will be don't take government money, or you don't win jackpot. You go, you gather your company when they pan cooperatives when I begin work. You will very serious. You can even engage the banks. They give you the money for begin something. It is not that they begin today, blossom tomorrow. You have to start something. But what they say now is there must be a starting point. And it is not the business of Madabio for start anything. He don't talk and say that this is not my plan. And when he talk with him, now all more don't talk. It's just that now the mouthpiece of this country. So that is why I tell everybody, say, you have to take your own order. If you are here, some of we there, we go to Kadama, we take then run away, go now the Mediterranean, they die there. Some man they die in that inside the desert, then they still cry, say, nothing is happening in the country. No. Unfortunately, maybe your parents they not being show you the bushes. But there is something in the bush where a laudable, you know. We for stop this fact, this area where we see we as beggars to the wait people there. Then being they just like we. Now they don't improve on their your activities, they don't go far. But for catch up with them, it's just for start. Where you start today, machines are being built by the Chinese people. So it's a matter of just making sure that you begin to do something, move out. And I'm happy some time ago where everybody be don't say that this country, Freetown, people that they come on the upline, then they can't buy land here. But people that they come on Freetown and then they get land or then more of Creole or whatever, they get land. So that law don't they now say anywhere you can buy land. So that is how it is. I will give a little time for let we just rehearse again. I'll come back to Una. Just give me some minutes again.
Mitchell Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Mitchcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to home, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Mitchell Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Sasame Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are the leaders.
Yeah, welcome back. We go now can talk about the difference between waiting be dey happen before President Bill come and they talk about feed the nation and waiting we dey expect for happen. Mind you, farm with them, this program supposed for become something like a phone-in program where we talk, some people get for make contribution. But as we always say, na a program where we want make a really take a momentum where disturbance not go there. So the technical aspect and I will organize now. But meanwhile, we the test, do waiting everything when I see na test we they do first, and also arouse una interest in the program because it get for be a wide program and it get for really take certain level then where una say go say yes. The Mercy TV, it can for live forever, and it also want to educate people because when I know say civic hour na an hour where it touch on everything, the all walks of life. So it's a business for me and you for also listen and learn a lot of things because even the thing that when they talk in governance, some people they're not able to understand, but we will show when our waiting actually entail. And then una self go learn and then begin for make sure say una catch up una self and fix una self to us that. Having said that, I also don't tell una say now I want to look at waiting be dey happen. And waiting make surround the high day so we've chop nothing for it. Before 1980, the population of this country been something like 2,500,000. I know that very well. I'm very sure of that. In fact, Liberia, up to this moment, they're not even able to clock 4,000,008. But the population is very young and it don't grow very fast. Before 1980, I mean, as I tell you now, like Kafo they produce a lot of rice. Then, of course, the Toma Bomb area be the producer. Then people they also be the plant. The leftover now will be even they give the rice corporation. A rice corporation say be the big small farms. Where when I say Sierra Leone be they sell rest to other country, now that na be the thing. But most of the rice now be for actually give the civil service workman then. Then we are away the work of government, then we are away the clergy, then we are away the mining. I remember when we been there in a corner where they get them rest, then the supply we every week Saturday we they go collect rest because the miner know they go lay farm. So because the population was small, then things they be easy. So nobody know be no say rest go be a political tool today where now some people they now sing hey rest not there, rest not there. The question now is what thing be happen now would they explain to me. Farmers always been get like the Kafubul on end and the Boli land where they from Moyamba to Tonkolili district. Their place they get very low ground. So rice farming been the heavily really. You want to know now why this don't happen now? You know? Then rice farming they also as they say everybody being entrenched in rice farming. We not be getting a lot of human activities, or like where you see bike riding, keke riding, taxi, and other motorcade and mining. You know, all that thing they be controlled. So the farmers they be lay from every village in the southeast and northwest be the lay farm. That would have to know that everybody be the lay farm. The cities then like Makeni, Kono, Kenema, these are not be big also. They will not be big so. So the rice be the boku. So when you they begin for say hey, government no nothing, no government not above anything. Now the explosion of the population now don't cause this problem now. The explosion of even bike riders and then are about they are up to 1,600,000 bike and keke riders now in this country. You ask yourself every day, how many litres Sierra Leone they consume per petrol? It's more than 2 million litres. Where is that coming from? You see the thing that way they happen. Some of the things that we can consider when they talk no more. Some of we can just look una. Because these things now, like one British terrorist, he say, I not say terrorist, so theorist. He say the population of England, he say they grow at geometrical rate. That means when you say geometrical, then 2, 4, 6, 8, or you say 10, 20, 30, 40. Now in a geometrical. But when they say the population of England, they grow at a geometrical rate, but the food production, they grow at arithmetic rate. Arithmetic now the way you say 1, 2, 3, that is it. Now the same thing don't happen to Australia. So what will happen at that time? We will not be in the crisis rest now. Now because the population not been grow at this level now. Freetown been there as far as this place here, Wellington, and Freetown been there as far as Funkeya. They time they all. Now look at outside Freetown there. Almost right around the peninsula. The population of Freetown there about 2 million now. Sometime ago there be 500,000. Those people who are living, they live very well. They're very nice. The light system, even electricity, over and over, But all the things they do. That is where the problem is. Don't look at what government has done or the government has not done. But when you talk, some people they go begin to criticize you. It is the first way in which the population they grow, not to show the activities they happen. That car power ship waiting and that water sign away in the same electricity to we, not they even able to do it properly because any machine where they will turn the way they embark. So you have to look for alternatives. So with the food production, where I always can tell people then in that social media, I say this president, the way I don't see him, the foundation they will be done lost. Now they don't begin to build on again. Because quite recently they are able to train, no train, So feed the nation. Now something where President Bio don't see or government don't see. Say something is going wrong. So this not a politics. This is about you and me. This is about how we go build with your country. How we go live happily. How Christmas go come. Somebody they cook in those days. Somebody they cook here go from Wellington counter. That can't happen now because even the rest bag they carry now. Then bag rest we don't take some 3, 4, 5, 6, or even one whole year. And then inside the store and then they send their way. They see some people that they eat. Then feel say they don't bear football. It's really not doing very well in the system. Because we own body, mortal man body, they leave them where they see, where they look so. We are also made out of them. Now I make where they eat them, you are almost healthy than the one way then they pull and go fry them or do 10 changes. So these are the things that will be happen. In those days, things were easy and things were not pressure not be dependent. There were no pressure on us. So what will happen? Abundance day. What will happen now? The more the population they grow, now the more will they left everything. This is where the problem is. And this is where they send the challenges. And the Mercytv, they send this challenge to everybody. Begin for think agriculture. You can't sit down at this. So you see the way Waterloo don't big. So much so that it don't even beat the Waterloo environs don't big past Freetown main bowl. So that tells you that people are just coming and sitting down in the township and city outskirts and then doing sweet nothing almost. Which means who is going to feed them? So the pressure is on the little rice where they come, the little spermine where they come, the little salt where they come. That is why this president they say feed the nation. Not when they go begin plow. Now for make me and you begin think say, we have to think otherwise. And the richest people there in the world, the agriculturists there, we not take any make anything. So the thing that way they happen today is the man we don't go WAS level, Becker level, university level, and don't see now say yeah cutlass now not to party again. So man they can go to the villages now. Now if I wait them go pass them the guitar weapon and the robbers, as if they come up from the other part of the angel Gabriel in your kingdom. So people, as they touch book, then they think about getting into the white collar job. One day now, then this is wrong, and that is why even with the agricultural sector where they talk of, and they try for also call on the Ministry of Education that we need for build agricultural schools. Schools of agriculture where they na the different provinces there, where somebody they come on Becker level, they enter into the agricultural school, they graduate as an agriculturist. That is the quality part of education. When school then they where the picking they come on from Becker level, they go there again in first and second degree. If we cannot do that, then we are not also on the quality part of education. Because all of them are where they come up from a big college meeting, my guy, Jala University, even when a chemistry, biology, or whatever they do, the abstract learning that they do. Abstract. Meaning that they learn but they forget. But when you learn by application, applying, that's the theory of the Chinese. When you learn by applying, I don't get for go tell you something right now the blackboard, you go sit there, you cram and you can't pass, you say you are educated. You are not. So the agricultural sector where they talk about are also they call on the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Education, for begin for think about making agricultural institutions, agricultural schools, agricultural secondary school, wholly agriculture. They can read other subjects, English, that literature, all of it, but the agriculture, when they read, say, in the morning up to 12, they are in the agricultural farms. This is how they with man they don't pass we will they go and lie for we say they better pass. No, they are not. In Japan, in China and Korea, nothing other way than they not get nobody where they go na school, they go and learn RRR, they go around this. No. When you get to Becker level, you don't already know the ABC, the arithmetics, straight into the technical school. You they come on now as if na solar energy school, you go na there they go. So these are the things that I believe say I will share with you now. And the agricultural aspect, we can bring through agricultural people there. May they tell we how really this ministry one feed this nation from the auspicious mouth way and the president where you don't say na in your manifesto. Mind you, not all the presidents a right time. This is an idea where they come from everybody. Why are we crying? Why is rice becoming a political tool? Because even with the politics now, when the SLPP been in opposition, rice was a case. When the APC did opposition, rice is another the card where they show up to people there. They CRS, this damn thing there. I mean, they read somebody today where somebody write something, he say, you're not able to feed the nation, you say they bring train, So I therefore answer that person. Let me repeat again. He say, they talk about train, that train where would the students say about. He say you're not able to feed the people of Sierra Leone. You say they bring train. That was why I tell that person, say you are missing the point. Because waiting they happen. I mean, they talk about agricultural economics. In which case, with people that they produce things that are the up country. But whenever they bring an dove cut here, the dove cut people they always sit down, they dupe them. One, where you get for fine place, you pay for them. Now banana you can't wait. If you sleep 2-3 days, it will perish, it rot. So you then pressure dey per you. The transport you dey pay for come again. That means the enabling environment not dey it for make agriculture reach the consumer. And production, according to economics people, production not dey complete until the last man get consumption out of her. So if the president or the government of Sierra Leone decide for bring train, yesterday some people they come out from Kenema for come na Freetown with the one of them bosses there. When the bus reach na mama, he overheat, na they sleep. So the people they get for take. So if you had 10 bags of rice, waiting before apple, all thing before halakide. So this is where the situation. Now with a train, the train can get cargo coaches there. So you will be sleeping. You reach Freetown in 1 hour's time. That is the enabling environment where government need for provide for agriculturists. The person who been they come with a banana where they deal with them, and now know say it go come with a banana today. Now if you not sell, put her inside the train back to Fangamadu and Nakono. Another problem. You see? So these are the things they order. That is the enabling, because when government provide bus train, the train get cargo side. They go and if now bullet trains, train the way they speed, where they get big speed. Now we call bullet train. Where like for go Makeni in 15 minutes, it don't land at Makeni from Freetown. The train then 30 minutes you dey Makeni. For me you go Kenema na 2 hours or 1 hour. For me you go Kailan na 1 hour 30 minutes. So you know go you cut rest na Kailan, you cook and eat there, you can't sleep na Freetown. That is the enabling environment where government for do. That's the only thing where government in for do for una. And nothing more. But not the government they go plow rest. Nothing they go plant the banana. Nothing they go plant the sorghum. The last part where I want to talk about, and there we go, now agriculture for commercialization. What do you mean by that? Agriculture where they do for me, you not for eat, not for sell. You get money there. You buy big motorbike, sit inside. Make big house, big store. Agriculture for commercialization, it start with very small prototype. We can call this pioneer farming. You know, start something small, and you learn from waiting they happen there. If you make a farm when people that can do community labor, not all about mechanized way of doing farming. Mechanized farming, what would they talk about now? Anybody always they think about either potato planting or rice with that machine where they chop the ground. But if na cashew farming, na community labor. So one thing very important is when I begin for bring ourselves together in cooperatives. The Ministry of Trade gets a wing, a department in a cooperative department, and they urge them now for begin also to think about feed the nation, because these are the things that we are they talk. All ministries then, if they are coordinated, that they do this, they see this. The activities the way this president don't talk about will feed the nation, it will work. And that is why I'd say there should be a manual where they really tell you the roadmap, the way forward. You see? Agriculture for commercialization not will happen if the indigenous Saloma, when a citizen of this country, they not come together, 10 of una, 30 of una, now in our own village area, una decide say, we will plant granite. Believe me, this country are farm there una for no say most of the granite una they see na from Mali they come on. Mali. Some of the pepper in Mali they come on the Kenya. You ask yourself if you left from Waterloo for go Moyamba Junction, you look so you see far into the land. So grassland. So all night treated in half day. Nobody know the work. But indeed, we say the president or the government know they do nothing. You are not doing nothing. You say no, they do nothing. Then you turn they point fingers at the government. So look yourself, what you do. You come, you sit on a free tongue. You they expect say you they sell something like care money, or they have something they had a poison. Big giant man, a calf they all big. You go back, you want to eat boku. Then when you eat gari, bad gari, you begin holler. No. That is what the government want to take away from we. They will become industrious and responsible. So farming for commercialization, the only way we will go pandandi, now for let we bring ourselves to cooperatives. Join together, make a big farm. We not go able to eat it over, we not able to sell them over. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I think say the topic about feed the nation get for continue agriculture. And then we'll look at and next time if I get my panelists, all man come, we'll take 30 minutes, we'll talk about agriculture, then we'll call farm, we'll make all man talk. So that we go, maybe the ministers, then where we present appoint, then go to listen, so that they will find a way and forward, of course, for them to forge ahead and make sure say we're able to feed ourselves. So Tete Saturday or tomorrow, Mina Mr. Elvis Sama, and I will deal with you again. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Mercy TV, channel 29, the most watched and the fastest growing faith-based channel, transmitting live from our studios in Freetown, Sierra Leone, and to nations of the world. Mercy TV broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with real-time live streaming. Mercy TV brings together the best in Christian television. Mercy TV covers live